together, that picture on the side over there, in a common call for the river rehabilitation. At EcoPeace, Friends of the Earth Middle East, we have developed Neighbors Trail or paths that tour each one of the 15 project communities in the basin, highlighting the natural and cultural heritage sites, but also the challenges of occupation and the demise facing the river itself. Several thousand local residents from the respective communities and the population at large have already taken these tours. Each tour ends at the Jordan River, witnessing the demise of the river and discussing the water issues of the other side. The first regional tour, being foreign tourists from Europe, Africa, and North America, took place in February 2008. The activities are starting to pay off. Concrete reforms have been achieved, particularly related to sewage discharge into the river. In Israel, a sewage treatment plant has been completed in the community of Beit Shan that will end current practices of untreated sewage from the Beit Shan area being dumped into the river. The Jordan Valley Regional Council has taken a large loan to start the design and building of a new sewage treatment plant that will treat the sewage of Tiberias and Sea of Galilee. Communities also presently being discharged into the river. In Jordan, North Shuneh, the largest community in the valley, has launched a project to collect sewage from cesspits for treatment rather than allowing the sewage to seep into the ground and pollute the springs in the Jordan River. Only last month, that town, Shuneh, celebrated the opening of its first water treatment plant. All the mayors have signed memorandums of understanding with their neighbors, committing their communities to rehabilitate the river and identifying concrete action that are within their respective power to undertake. The commitment have enabled further financing in support of joining projects such as the creation of a cross-border Israeli-Jordanian peace park at the confluence of the Jordan and Yarmouk rivers, the building of an environmental education center in Oja, Palestine, and the creation of a protected area park and visitor center on the Ziglab stream, a tributary to the Jordan River in Jordan. As to the difficult issues of returning fresh water to the river, recent letters have been received and public committees made by the Israeli, Jordanian, and Palestinian governments stating their commitment to reviving the river. These statements have yet to be followed up with any national government action. Although representatives of the environment, water, and tourism ministers of the three governments have joined the advisory committee of the new Friends of the Earth Middle East project, researching the means to rehabilitate the lower Jordan River. The Jordan River Rehabilitation Project is undertaking 3 new studies and strengthen the knowledge base towards Jordan River rehabilitation, including a study of the political barriers that must be overcome to enable reform, a study to determine the environmental flow necessary to rehabilitate the river, and an economic analysis to start identifying from where the water could come from and at what price. Through the main economic trade-offs and opportunities of national and regional water management reform, each of these studies is undertaken trilaterally with Palestinian, Israeli, and Jordanian experts working together. Initial results from the studies have identified significant opportunities to redirect water to the Jordan River through more sustainable and efficient regional management of water resources, primarily through domestic and agricultural water demands management reforms to help create the national, regional level political will require to implement the measures recommended in the studies. Local members of the respective parliamentarians and high-profile individuals are being identified to become the public champions of the rehabilitated Jordan River. Public hearings, parliamentary debates, and regional conferences are all planned by the project as the means to educate the public and create the political momentum to enact water policy reform to revive the lower Jordan River. The equitable sharing of Jordan Basin water resources between people and nature are among all the river's riparians, including Palestinians, presently denied from extracting any water from the river is no less important. Palestinians must get direct access to the river, and it is entitled to its fair share of the Jordan Basin water as an equal riparian. International community support is being targeted both to encourage our national governments to work together for the needed water policy reform and to share international experience of riparian river basin managements, be it that of the Indus River of South Asia, Rhine River in Europe, the Great Lakes of North America, or the Nile River Basin Initiative in Africa. We seek the assistance and support of many representatives of the international commissions that are present here at this conference. For decades now, conflict and human arrogance have been responsible for the near total demise of the lower Jordan River. The budget for sustaining conflict and supporting wars in the different parts of the region are far more expensive than peace initiative. While the Middle East conflict and wars cost hundreds of billions of dollars, peace and restoration initiatives will only require a very tiny fraction of war budget. Against all the odds, it is FOMI's experience proved that cooperation in search of peace and sustainability is the only way to both restore the river to health and to more fairly share the scarce water resources of the Jordan Basin. The peace of the braves can be led through the fair share of water to both people and nature. Thank you very much.